Fantasy Philosophers is brought to you by fantasy-info.com.
Our specific wide receiver results here are for a standard league snake mock draft, a 12-team, 14-round that we put together here just recently. This is just specifically showing you the receivers that we have that went in the draft, what round they went in, and we do have some receivers listed that were not selected at all. One receiver that I want to talk about, and I like him as a sleeper type receiver this season. Actually, a couple of guys that I'd like to talk about. A couple of them I actually don't even have on this list here, but they are definitely worth paying attention to, and I haven't seen them jumping into boards yet. First one, and we do have him listed, is Jacoby Jones. I do believe he's going to win the number 2 job with the Texans. It's a high-passing offense. He showed good signs at the end of last year. I like him as a late sleeper, and so it looks like you can definitely get him at a good value. I think it may be legit unless he comes out and has some big games in the preseason. You probably are going to be able to get him in one of your last rounds that you have available. So keep him in mind. I'm not seeing him in PPR, nor am I seeing him in standard league, at least the ones that we're doing. He's not getting picked up. So there's a name you can get really cheap and could have some production for you. Another situation we need to keep in mind is, and these guys will probably move up if Donald Driver's injuries do continue to show to be a problem, because Donald, he went in the 5th round in this. I think that this is going to change a lot from where we're at today. Donald had 2 knee surgeries this offseason. He's 35 years old, and so there's reason to believe, and there's been talk, it could be James Jones, and it very well could be Jordy Nelson that maybe unseats him and takes a starting job if he's not ready to, be fully recovered and do what he does. I know Driver is tough as nails, but maybe this time it's just going to be a little bit too much. We're just going to have to see how that goes, but keep those names in mind, as those are guys you can get cheap, but we'll see how those names fluctuate. Another guy, 13th rounder, Johnny Knox. I think he could be a serviceable player for your team at a good value. We'll see if he truly does win that starting job. Right now he is running with the first team on the Bears. So keep those names in mind as good value receivers that you can be getting later in your draft to help your team out. And once again, we just want to let you know that if you're listening to this out there on the internet, maybe on YouTube for a video, we've got this, what we're talking about here, available for you. There's a link. It should be a link at the bottom of where this video is at, right underneath the text. And you can click on that link. You can go over and you can download this information that we're talking about. You can print it out for yourself to use at your draft. We have that available for you. And if you're also listening to this on a podcast, maybe like Podbean, Mepedia, any one of those, Blueberry, any of those type of places, that should also be incorporated. There should be an article with this as well, and there should be some type of link there for you to get back to the specific page that we're talking about for this cheat sheet or mock draft that we happen to be talking to you about right now. Good luck this season, and we hope that this information helps you have success.
For more fantasy football information, go to fantasy-info.com and sign up for our free e-newsletter. Good luck in your 2010 Fantasy Football League. As an added bonus, the Fantasy Info guys will include their 5 secret tips for success in fantasy football with your